Welcome back to the Sol Show. We talk about all things Solana TA. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but if you learned something, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. So, I have not been broadcasting for a few days because, frankly, this thing's been going sideways. I have not seen anything interesting other than we've been in a range-bound pattern going sideways. And it's been a lot of fake outs. So we've been in this pattern since May 17th. And it's had its ups and downs. It's faked us out like it was going to break above. It was going to break below. And also we're in this larger triangular pattern as well. We're in this big triangular consolidation here. And we had this swing from about 138 to 189, from May 13th to May 21st. And then after that, we have pulled back. We did a full 50% pullback down to about 161 and some change. And we've hit that twice. So far, we've tapped on that, and it looks like 50% pullback is all that we're going to do, from what I can tell. So today, we started really showing some strength. This is something where it's been so range bound. I'm not even looking at the small time frames when it's so range bound like this. I just look at the daily. I'm looking at it a lot less until we start seeing a change. Like today caught my attention once again. So this is something that I have to bring up. So, start of a new month, June 2nd. We came down and we tapped that 161 and some change. Hit that again June 3rd, yesterday. And I also notice, as I've been noticing, the longer term indicators have been coming around. Let me show you where we're at on those. Matter of fact, on the weekly, remember the last time when I was talking about how the Rex oscillator was coming around, look at that. When it reaches a point like that, it tends to pump. So I've been seeing this forming in slow motion for weeks now. And here we are. These candles are closing green. Last week's candle was indecisive. That's part of being range bound. Yeah, that we came down all the way to that 161 and some change level. And we had a gravestone doji. Not so great when you got a big, tall wick sticking out of the top. That's not very hopeful. You got a small candle body, large wick sticking out of the top. Last week, it was range bound. It was not giving me a lot of hope. That's why I didn't have a whole lot to say about it. We had a strong May, but we had a weak ending, I would say. But we're off to a strong start for June. Could this be the breakout? A lot of people are already starting to call it the breakout, and I'm taking my time. I'm assessing the data and saying it could be the breakout. There is a definite possibility. So our week, we got roughly 4 days left. It's off to a strong start. Let's look at the daily. Mostly, I have been working off the daily. Here's something that I'll point out. On Cypher, as well as the Rex oscillator, we've had some fantastic signs coming up here with these anchor waves that happen in early May. So we had the large inverse head and shoulders down here. That was when we recovered from April. So we got this pump mid-May. Here we go. And then we came down 50% from that. And we started going sideways until the beginning of June. And when we came down from that pump, I had a hunch nothing was really going to happen until about now. I was thinking sometime around June 4th through the 6th, something like that. So, yeah, not far off. Not far off. But we got range bound to finish out May. That's basically what happened. But now we're coming down. We've reset the oscillators from that giant pump that we had in mid-May. That's why we had to take a little break, go sideways. But I became very hesitant about this because it had a lot of fake outs. We were faking to the downside, faking to the upside. We're thinking, this thing could go either way. When it was doing the sideways action, it could very well have fallen all the way down here. I was saying it could have fallen to 150, and it might still, because it's still in this triangular consolidation. So we have to break out from that. A lot of people are getting very exuberant right now. Let me show you this. We have hit resistance today. Even though it's been a fantastic day, we stayed strong. This thing was going straight up, slowly, but steadily. But we hit this resistance. We have fallen down to the 50%, and now we are retesting that 23.6% at 175 and some change. We're retesting that as resistance because it basically didn't even hold support. But you can look back, it was holding support back late March. This was a support level. As you can see through here. Late March, early April, and then when April had its big drop, that was the support that we broke. Boom. So now we are testing that as resistance. This 175 level, this is a key level to break through. But we've got a whole lot of strength right now. Indicators look fantastic. Higher time frames. And the higher time frames count so much more than the lower time frames. Higher time frames look strong. So is this a breakout? There is certainly a chance. But this is the level that we have to contend with. And if you're late to the party, that's okay. Because I've been taking my time too. I did not rush into this. Because frankly, if you pick the bottom to get in here, if you're DCAing, of course, that's great. If you're trading, total different story. If you pick the bottom at 161 and some change, yes, that's a support level. But as far as that being the start of a massive run, that's a guess. There is no way of knowing that that is the start of a huge run. So if you're late to the party, that's okay. It's better to look before you leap. Think it through. And that's what I'll be doing. So until then, may all your trades be safe and prosperous, and to be continued on the next Saul Holloman Show.